Look, if you've been stuck trying to make money online for months, watching endless tutorials, testing different things, burning through cash, I get it. I was in the exact same spot. I spent over a year as a broke college kid grinding on this stuff, spending money on things that just didn't work. But now I travel whenever I want, I buy houses, help my family, live completely on my own terms. That's not because I found some secret strategy or got lucky with timing. It's because I stopped focusing on what every YouTube video tells you matters and started focusing on 3 specific things that actually move the needle. And it all started with one business model that almost nobody talks about. And once I got these right, I went from burning money to making my first 20K profit month within a few months. So in this video, I'm walking you through exactly what those 3 things are and the model behind them. Because honestly, if someone would have shown me this on day 1, I would have saved myself years of wasted time. But before I get into these 3 things, I need to explain the strategy that we're gonna use. Because if you're using the wrong strategy, none of the tactics matter. Look, there's so much out there about making money online. Every day, there's a new video telling you that their model is the best one, but almost no one mentions the most proven business strategy in the world. And I want you to think about the last time that you bought something online. You probably went to an online store, maybe Amazon, maybe Etsy, eBay. You paid, the product showed up, and you were happy with your purchase. But here's the thing that most people never really think about. Amazon, they didn't make the product. Etsy didn't make the product, nor did eBay. Every single one of them is just the connection between you and whoever actually makes the thing that you bought. They control the relationship on both sides and they get a cut of the sale, while the actual creator of the product is somewhere in a warehouse that you'll never even hear about. So what's happening here? They're not creators, they're not manufacturers, they're just sitting in the middle, connecting 2 sides and taking a percentage. That is the middleman model. And it's the same model that some of the most valuable companies in the world use. Uber, Airbnb, even Spotify, they are the middleman connecting the supplier with the demand. And the crazy part is that this same strategy can be applied to almost any industry. Now, what we're gonna be doing is applying this model to e-commerce. And the reason for that is pretty simple. E-commerce is still the fastest growing retail channel in the world. And even with AI changing everything and with more competition than ever, e-commerce sales are on track to hit over 8 trillion by 2027. So here's how we're going to apply this middleman model to actually make money. Within e-commerce, dropshipping gives you the lowest barrier to entry and the fastest path to cash flow. Here's how it works. Someone buys from your store, you take their money, and then you buy the product from your supplier and they ship that directly to the customer. So you never touch the inventory, you never pay for anything up front, you only buy the product after someone's already bought it from you. So you're just being a middleman connecting a buyer and a solution that already exists. The problem is that most people that are doing dropshipping right now are doing it completely wrong. And honestly, even I did this. When I started, one of the biggest mistakes was that I focused on the wrong thing. My entire strategy was finding products that looked really cool to me, and I was essentially just hoping for the best. Now, I did it because that's what every video that I watched back then was telling me to do. My first product that I ever tested was a wireless phone charger, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, I would totally buy this thing. First day, believe it or not, I actually got a sale, and that was using a free plus shipping offer. I don't even know how this dude from Georgia bought the product or why he bought the product, but I was super hyped. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna make so much money with this product. But then I ended up spending multiple $100s over a span of the next week, and then I had nothing to show for it. So 0 sales, nothing, right? And I just assumed that the product didn't work, and then I moved on to the next thing until my buddy Steven had told me something completely different. He said that there's this community of people obsessed with hypebeast culture, streetwear type of culture. So Supreme, Off-White, Gucci, all that. And that they're buying phone cases that look like the brands that they're into, right? So they're kind of carrying a piece of their style with, you know, their phone case. So I started selling these hypebeast style phone cases, AirPod cases, all these different types of accessories. And within a few weeks, I actually hit my first $1,000 day, and Steven recorded me at the exact moment that it happened. And that store ended up doing hundreds of thousands sales over the next year until I got a cease and desist letter because of, you know, obvious copyright issues. But even though I couldn't keep selling that product, the whole experience made me realize something. My entire approach to dropshipping was completely backwards. The product doesn't actually matter, the person does. Look, here's how most people think about dropshipping. They find a cool product and they ask themselves, who can I sell this to? And that sounds very intuitive, right? But that's the reason why most people stay stuck, because when you start with a product, you're always chasing the next big trend. Now, when you flip it and start with a person who has a specific problem, everything changes. Now, instead of thinking about how to sell a product, think about how to solve the problem of that person. Now, Garrett Camp didn't think about how he could sell rides to a person when he started Uber. He thought how he could solve the problem of not finding a taxi on a snowy night. Now, he became the middleman between people with a problem and the solution. And when you become a middleman, you're not selling a trendy product. Instead, you're serving a community that won't disappear when the trend is gone. So here's how you can find a community with problems. First, you need to forget about finding products entirely. What you want to find is a group of people who are already in a market, already searching for solutions and pulling out their wallets to buy those solutions. And you can find these communities pretty much anywhere. New parents that are dealing with their baby's sleep, dog owners that are worrying about their separation anxiety with their dogs, office workers with chronic back pain from sitting all day. These are all real communities with real ongoing problems. Then you need to find if that community would actually spend money to solve their problem. And the simplest way to do that is to look at the companies that are advertising to them. And what I mean by this is that you would head over to the Meta ad library and search for products in that space and look at how long those ads have been running and how many different creatives that company is posting of this solution. If they've been running the same ad for multiple weeks, 4, 5, 6 weeks, that is a signal that people are actually buying that product and this company is willing to spend money to advertise to that ideal person. And you'll know this because nobody's just going to spend money on ads that are losing them money. No company's going to do that. Then you look for brands that are running ads for a similar product. So if there are 3 to 4 more brands, then that is an active market. That is worth serving as a middleman. Now, I know finding the right problem to solve isn't as straightforward as it may sound. You can, understand the entire process completely and still wonder, is this community big enough? Is the demand actually there? Is it too late to enter? Those are normal questions, but second guessing them is what stalls most people at this exact stage. If you want help from people who actually built multiple 7-figure brands and people who can look at what you found and tell you whether it's worth testing or not, that is what we do inside of my mentorship program. We'll help you make the right decision on every single step before you hit your first 20K profit month. Now, I'll leave a link for you guys to apply below and we will figure out if it's the right fit based on wherever you are in your e-commerce journey. So once you find your community and a product to test, here's the second big mistake that happens. So when I started, I thought everything needed to be perfect before I launched. I spent, days obsessing over my store design, changing the fonts, adjusting the colors, testing different layouts, swapping out images over and over. I was basically trying to build the perfect store for a customer that I'd never talked to. And here's the thing, you can't figure out what works by thinking about it. You have to actually test and let the market tell you. So your job is to get something live very fast so that the market can respond. And every day that you spend perfecting is a day that you're not getting real feedback. And that's the only information that actually matters. So here is how you actually do this. You want to get something live in minutes so the market can tell you what it wants. And what I like to do is use a tool to make that happen. Now, the first thing that you do need is Shopify. So you can go into the description of this video right here. I'll link it below to get Shopify for $1 for 3 months. So insert your best email just like this. We will then create a password, create account. You're then going to want to pay the $1. You can see that we have a 97% off discount right here. So just going to insert my credit card information and then pay the $1. And then you just need the basic plan. You do not need the Grow or the Advanced. So we'll do try basic and then we can skip all this. All right, cool. Now that we have our Shopify store set up, so the first thing that we're going to do is go to this link right here. And the tool that we're going to be using is Build Your Store. So this is the dashboard to go ahead and create your store. So let's just say hypothetically, you want to sell a specified product. You can use a competitor store just like this. So I'll go here, insert the link. And what it's doing is it's building up a product score. It's scanning the listing of my competitor. It's figuring out, exactly what this store sells, the marketing angles, the copy. It's dragging all the information along with the images. And then this is where I can choose, who I'm selling to, who's going to be my ideal customer. How do you want to sell it? So the angle, and now it's going to pull the images and then we'll generate my store. All right, so not even 20 seconds and it has produced a store for us. This is what it looks like. It's got the AI images that it has created for us, has the UGC style images. The structure of the store is really nice. And then if you look at the copy, it does fall in line with the angle that we chose. Now this is what it looks like on mobile. And what's really cool is how easy they make this to make any adjustments. So if I want to change the design, so the colors, I can do that. Simply change it like this, the typography, the buttons, so on and so forth. So all those customization options. It also builds out a pretty nice homepage, just like this, a reviews page. And then if I want to add another product, so let's just say, I look at my competitor, I see that they're selling other types of things like this necklace. All I really have to do is take that link just like this and simply copy and paste, and then it'll import that on our own store and build out an entire product page exactly like this one right here. That's of course tailored to said product. Now, if I'm happy with my store, I've done all my adjustments. All you have to do is press publish right here, connect your store. And then because we already have signed up for Shopify, it's going to publish onto my own Shopify store that we just signed up for. All right, so now you found your community, you launched your product, you're getting sales. Now what? This is exactly where I made a big mistake that kept me from hitting my first 20K profit month. So what happened was I just kept scaling the same angle to the same audience, thinking that that was the only way to move forward. Most people think scaling really just means spending more money on ads, and yeah, that will work for a bit, but eventually your ad cost is going to go up, your margins, they're going to get squeezed, and then you're going to hit a wall. You can't just keep throwing money at the same audience over and over. So instead of just throwing more money at ads, what if you found different types of customers for the same product? So most people, they'll miss the fact that one product has 3 or 4 completely different customer types. That is why when we looked at One Link Store, you could see that there were so many different angles and so many different customer types that you can target. They all want to buy a solution, but each one of them has a completely different problem to solve. And you could just take noise canceling headphones, for example. The obvious customer is someone who works from home and who needs to focus, right? That's the angle that most people would try. And it works for a while until you hit an audience that gets saturated and expensive. Now think about who else might need noise canceling headphones. Maybe college students that are living in noisy dorms who can't study. Parents of newborns who might just need a few minutes of silence without leaving the house. Night shift workers who need to sleep during the day in a house full of noise. And that's the thing, you're not changing the product, you're just talking to different people about different problems. Now look, figuring out all these different customer types manually would take you forever unless, you've just got a special brain. Like me, you're probably just going to be sitting there brainstorming different angles, writing different hooks for each one. But with AI, you can generate all this in minutes. And I'm going to show you how. All right, so here's what I would do. I would take this prompt right here and drop it into Claude or ChatGPT and just swap out the product. And I want you to look at what it gives you. 4 completely different types of customers. The developer that's struggling in an open office, the new mom who can't get mental silence, the frequent flyer showing up in meetings already drained, the college student with loud roommates, right? It's the same headphones, 4 completely different emotional triggers. And the best part is that each one of these could be its own profitable ad angle. You just got to figure out which one works best for you. Now you just take these hooks and you give them to a UGC creator, or you use them as your own ads, and you test which customer type actually converts. And what I'll do is I'll put all these ChatGPT Claude prompts into a Notion guide that you guys can download for free, and a bunch more examples as well. I'll leave it in the description for you guys to get access to. All right, so look, you've got what you need now. Start with the community and their problem, not the product. Launch fast so that the market can actually tell you what works. And when you find something that's selling, don't just move on to the next product. Find the other types of people who need that same thing. Now you can figure this out all on your own. You can test things, you can waste money, eventually get there, right? Or you could have my team and I go over everything with you so that you're not spending months testing the wrong ad angles, or you're burning cash on stuff that was never gonna work in the first place. So if you're serious about making this work and you want our help, and you just kind of wanna skip all the BS, I will leave a link below for you guys to apply. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.